Breaking news, Donald Trump has allegedly been shot. We see him rushing off stage with blood over his ear. Guys, this is insane. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Massive breaking news. I'm here with my man Louis Lecca, a Nerd Report. Louis, we literally just got alerts on our phones telling us this was happening. We wanted to rush over to this report as we are getting reports that Donald Trump was rushed off stage and shot. A failed seeming assassination attempt is what it looks like to me. We're going to go through the clip. Several images are now going all over, going viral. Let's watch this clip. Be warned, there are popping sounds that were allegedly heard, and then this happened.
Oh, I'm sorry, Congressman Garcia. Something has happened at the Trump. Oh, we see Donald Trump there at a rally in Pennsylvania. You can see his face. There's blood coming from his ear. Not exactly sure what has happened, but those are Secret Service agents trying to pull Donald Trump off the stage. He's pumping his fist in the air. The crowd is chanting USA, USA. Again, this is live. This is live from a Trump rally in Pennsylvania, in Butler, Pennsylvania. Former President Donald Trump, something happened, clearly some kind of an attack. You see there clearly blood on his right ear as Secret Service try to push him into the SUV. Earlier, as we came on, you saw the former president pumping his fist in the air as the Secret Service agents tried to get him off the stage. They have succeeded in getting him into the armored SUV. They will be taking him away from that scene. And as you know, we here at NBC News and MSNBC News will do extensive reporting to find out exactly what happened. But again, you're looking at live pictures from Butler, Pennsylvania, where a Trump rally has come to an abrupt end after the former president was attacked how, we're not sure, but when we came live on air, you could see the former president in profile, blood coming from his right ear as Secret Service agents tried to take him from the stage. He pumped his fist in the air multiple times. They were able to get him off the stage. They were able to get him into the armored SUV. He had only been speaking about 5 minutes at that rally.
This is wild, Louis. I'm in utter shock. We're getting more as we're going. Louis, I don't even know what to begin. Look, I've never declared myself a Trump fan by any stretch of the imagination, but this is not okay, ever. This is never okay. And if anything, if you're against Trump, this is only going to make Trump so much stronger. This shot of him being out there is already being hailed about how badass he looks, and I can't lie, he looks friggin' badass. This man, you would think, I think a lot of his critics would be so quick to say, you know what I mean, Louis? Oh, of course he'd be such a wuss if this type of thing were to happen. But dude, look at this. This pick is hardcore badass. He is just fighting beyond it. Fight while his life is literally in jeopardy. Louis, do you agree with this? This is only going to help him tremendously.
I don't care who you vote for, who you support. I'm an American first. I don't care if this happened to the other guy. This is sad. I'm almost at tears watching this. Even if it happened to the other guy or the guy before him. Whatever. If you think this is a mess, we created it. It's our mess, our house. And anybody who supports this, and you people saying that it's staged. As soon as our stream's over, go back to the circus to get your clown show. People are waiting for a clown show. We don't know. Let's wait for the evidence first. Right now what we're seeing is awful. It's awful, and I'm glad President Trump reacted that way, and I expect the other guy to have reacted the exact same way. I don't care what you guys think about him. And
wait, sorry, let's not speak in code. The other guy, you're saying Biden?
Reacted the same way. Maybe we don't know.
You mean as aggressively? I mean, they would have had to prop him up a lot more. Let's keep it honest.
Correct.
They would not have been able to hold up probably as much as they're. Okay, I'll check. You don't have to hand me the phone. I have it here.
I want to say I'm not going to pick a side. I don't care what side you're on. I'm on the American side, and this is awful. This is an awful display. That's real blood, folks. And I'm glad he reacted that way, showing strength. And I'm not going to take
Rachel,
it away
stand
from
by
anybody.
because we're getting some significant developments right now. The district attorney of Butler County telling ABC News the shooter is dead. Also, there's more here saying that one bystander is confirmed dead and possibly a second bystander dead as well. So again, that's from the district attorney, Richard Goldinger of Butler County, telling ABC News the shooter is dead. So this is the first time that we've had any kind of confirmation from a law enforcement source that shots were fired. And now learning that there are potentially, again, according to the DA, some fatalities associated with this incident at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania. Let's go back to our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre,
now, look, I got to tell what they're telling us, but at the same time, I'm watching the boys, Lewis. If you were to create a stunt, let's keep it honest, you'd shoot the shooter. You would shoot the shooter. So let's keep it real. And I'm not trying to say that happened. I don't know. But this is going to cause so much anarchy, and I really do worry this could cause legit civil war. Right? I can only believe this was real. He has serious critics, Lewis. It's not that far off base that someone would take it this far. Let's keep it 100. But obviously, stunt, not stunt, hero, whatever. That's what I'm concerned about. Look at him, how defiant he did. He looks like a badass. If this was a stunt, it's a brilliant stunt. Now, if he gets caught making this a stunt, he's done. But to say the shooter is now dead, talk about that. The massive level of cover up. Look, we don't talk politics here. I don't want to get into the politics of it. This is just such a world issue now, and this is now happening in the media. This is beyond pop culture. This is culture in general. This is going to be talked about forever. This is a monumental moment in history, Lewis. Would you agree?
I definitely agree. I wasn't there, of course, but I feel like the time Kennedy, right, and Reagan, what happened with them when they got shot and stuff like that. And look, there's a lot of people from the other camp there at those rallies. So if there's any foul play like people want to believe right now, they would be on that. That's going to get investigated as well. It's not that easy, especially since, let's keep it a buck, you people in the chat that know, more than half the crap they say about Trump is made up, okay? So they're going to add to this. He knows he's going to get investigated if this was, or they're going to pretend it was, foul play. I don't think it was. His ear's off. Dude, he tore his ear off. I mean, does he want to be president that bad? No, I don't think so. And also, if it would have gone a little, I don't know. If it would have gone a little bit too more to the right, that would have been another story. So again, I'm an American. I don't like seeing this on any side. If you act like that towards a political figure, you are a piece of crap. I don't care what side you're on. If you're happy today that this happened, you are a piece of crap in my book. That's Lewis Nerd Report saying that. So that's it. I'm American first, baby. I don't even care.
Well, look, and just to add because I don't want to make this political, like my opinions on Trump don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like I'm not afraid to say I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not a fan of some of the stuff he did, but I'm more not a fan of this, right? This is not okay. And if you're not a fan of Trump, this is the last thing you want to do because this is going to embolden his base. This is going to make him a hero. It's going to make him a badass. And this idea that it's a stunt, I'm not going to lie, it's not impossible. Both sides are capable of such corruption. But what's frustrating me is even if it was a stunt, it's still a risky stunt to do in front of people and have that. And so my point is, even if you're going to say it's staged, Andy, it's staged, and I'm not trying to say I don't think it was. But if you're trying to claim it is, that's still a risky thing to do in front. And to see the lack of fear in his eyes, to see the confidence of him holding that up and really owning up to the fact, you want to kill me? Yeah, fight, fight, fight. That is what's going to cause people to rally to support him even more. I'm seeing the chat. People like me who aren't fans of Trump, who are going to now suddenly start becoming more fans of Trump and the system, because this is what happens when you try to fight the system. Now, I just think it's all hypocritical because Trump is also part of the system in his own way. Both sides, to me, are problematic, corrupt people. I think they're both in for their own self-interests. So I can't really align myself with any of them. But I'm going to try to look at this objectively. And if I do, from a marketing, from a way this is going to play out in the media, this is going to be a huge win. Huge! Lewis, I'll say it. Huge! This is a huge win for Trump. And I know we don't talk politics here, and I don't want to turn this into a politics channel. I'm not going to, guys, I know you don't, but this is a pop culture moment that you can't deny. And we are stuck in several where President Biden is literally calling his vice president Trump, calling head of Ukraine Putin. I mean, My God, it is pathetic what our country is doing right now. We have a convicted felon and a man who doesn't even know what his birthday is anymore. I feel so frustrated by our options, and I know I'm not alone. And I know Trump's got his supporters just like I know Biden's got his supporters. But all I know is, based on everything, this right here, Lewis, and I'm curious your prediction, this right here may have just put Trump in the White House without a doubt, especially if Biden stays. Would you agree?
At this point, I'm more worried about the country as far as like people think this stuff is okay, and I'm worried about a minority of people actually saying that this was staged without having no evidence whatsoever, and stuff. And actually, when you're jumping and saying this was staged right off the bat with no evidence, you're giving, if you don't like Trump, you're also giving him an alibi for the conviction, because there's also evidence that his political rivals gave him the convictions. So it's conspiracy theory versus conspiracy theory. You guys got to stop. Watch till the evidence comes out first. Right now, we have a former president who there was an attempt against, it looks like. We got to be concerned about that. We got to be concerned about Biden's safety as well, because he's fragile, and we don't want people to think they could do that to him as well. And the VPs and everybody going for office. This is this should unify Americans, not divide them. Wait a week. Let's see what the evidence does like that. I'm not even jumping on it. And I got to say, I don't like Joe Biden at all. I'm voting for Trump, baby.
Well, look, I've tried to create a platform here where I don't really care who you guys vote for, and you shouldn't care who we vote for. We want to create a place here where we can actually just talk about things and, respect each other, respect the other side. That's what I feel like is really missing in today's society. I see in the chat people mad at me because you heard that I don't like Trump. That's a problem. I don't care that you like Trump. Why do you got to care that I don't like Trump? That's the issue. That's a you problem. That you need everyone to follow what you like? No. We're in a country, a free country, where we can all make our decisions. So all I ask is that both sides try to respect each other, at least in my chat and on this channel. And look, I'm friends with Lewis. I don't care who Lewis votes for. I don't care who you vote for. The reality is this is terrible. And I see a lot of people wanting to send prayers. Agreed. Send your prayers. This is terrible. This is scary. Lives have now been lost. This is a serious thing. People are like, Andy, this can't be a stunt. Lives were lost. Cut me a break. Sorry, I'm not born yesterday. The government is completely corrupt and absolutely can do things if they want to do things. And I'm not saying they're doing that. I don't want to get in trouble, have my phone be tapped extra. But let's not be dumb and let's not be sheep. Anything is possible in the world of politics. House of Cards is based on real politics. And that's what's really scary about all this. So I don't know what to believe anymore, but I know this is scary.
But, obviously it's, if you're a public official, if you're a presidential candidate and, your safety's at risk, that's scary for all of us, no matter what party you're in. And so
Facts.
I think it's, it's a moment to take stock. And, you had 15,000. It seemed, it was a huge crowd. I was told by the law enforcement people there are 15,000 people who were enthusiastically supporting their candidate. And all of a sudden, the former president, his life is at risk. And what were peaceful people in the audience are wounded potentially, fatally. I mean, that's unacceptable. And it's not a matter of party. That's just unacceptable in our great country.
Dave McCormick, thank you for
Agreed.
your time.
So there is the footage coming in one last time, I guess, as pops went off. He then dropped. So we're seeing it now, the full clip in real time from a clip, as he then parades get back up, and they not parades, but stands back up as they walk him off. And this is when, at that point, he confidently put his fist up, yelling, "Fight, fight, fight." Look, at a moment like that, you got to be terrified. I don't care who you are. And I wouldn't fault anybody for being terrified. And as you see, they're taking their time. They're gathering what's happening. At this point, maybe they saw the shooter, took him out. We're speculating here, but there's a lot of downtime I'm seeing, Lewis, as they're out there on the floor waiting for this to parlay further. So as before they got back up and before he did his iconic there moment, which I really genuinely think is going to become a very big moment for his base and people who don't support him to empathize for this man, because Lewis, a lot of people don't empathize for Trump. They villainize him like tremendous, but this is going to be a monumental moment.
And I'm also afraid for other politicians. I don't want to see this on even rivals or people I disagree with. This is not cool. This is not cool, folks. And to say it's staged, it leaves it open for someone to try something and get away with it because you want to say it's staged with no evidence whatsoever. You should be worried about whoever you support at this point, because this is not acceptable behavior, and it should be condemned. And we should all be unified and wish Trump's okay, and then vote for whoever you want. You could wish you could not like Trump's policies and say, hey, dude, like, I hate Trump, his policies, but I hope he's okay. I'm voting Biden. That's awesome. You know, that's awesome. But to just come on in here and come out with your conspiracy theories, I don't know. Like, sometimes at some points, I don't know if I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for the dumbasses.
Well, they're definitely a couple dumbasses, I think, to say the other side of things. But I want to end you. Here's a clip as it happens. This is the important moment here. Fight. This is a monumental moment, a presidential assassination attempt, it seems. The shooter is dead, according to prosecutors. We're seeing in the news reports coming in. This is the report I saw coming in. Butler County District Attorney Richards tells me Trump was grazed by gunfire but is safe. Audience member was killed and the shooter is dead. Another person is in serious condition, the prosecutors say. So someone else potentially involved in serious condition. Will we be able to get to the bottom of this? Will we learn more? Once we learn the identity of the shooter, that will be very telling as well. But in a unreal moment that we wanted to break with you guys here live, not a topic we typically cover, but couldn't deny that this was a important thing to be aware of. I send massive prayers to Trump as well as the family members of the people here, because they're not involved here. A lot of lives lost, a lot of sorrow. We will get to the bottom of this, I imagine, in the weeks and months to come. But either way, this is not the way, people, and I hope we can all not get too out of hand in this, because some are saying, Andy, civil war, whatever. Guys, I don't think you're paying attention to the divide out there. We need to be better. We need to support each other. And here's a man who doesn't like Trump, empathizing for Trump, saying, I hope you're okay, Trump, because you do not deserve this. Nobody does. This is not what a society should do, and we all need to be better in respecting the other side. And I hope, if anything, maybe this does the opposite of civil war, where we all take a moment to see how serious this is getting and try to talk to each other, because we're not doing it anymore, people. Talk to your other voters. Talk to a Trump voter. Talk to a Biden voter. Try to figure out where we can unite instead of divide each other, and don't let these politicians and these sides keep trying to turn us against each other. They just want money. They just want power. They want control. We, the people, are supposed to be in control, and that's what I would end you with this. That's what we got. Leave us your thoughts down below. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Do you want to go live, Lewis?
I'm gonna go live right
Lewis is going to be live. We'll continue our conversation over on Nerd Report. I will send you guys over there so you can keep this conversation as we keep it going. But I wanted to give you a breaking news report as this happened. Shocking news coming in, as yes, if you're just watching, ex-President Donald Trump, seeming assassination attempt, bullet grazed his ear. The shooter is dead. Another one is in critical condition. We will keep you posted on this, as I'm sure all of the mainstream news will be. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Pop